The duty-free mistake that can ruin your international trip. Imagine buying an expensive bottle of whiskey at an airport duty-free shop. You paid for it legally. It was packaged by airport staff. You place it carefully in your carry-on and continue your journey, thinking everything is fine. Then, during your international connection, security stops you. The officer looks at the bottle, they look at the bag, and suddenly, the purchase you thought was completely legal becomes a problem. Your flight is delayed. Your expensive purchase may be taken away. You could miss your connection, and in some situations, you could even face problems entering your final destination. So how can something bought legally inside an airport become a travel issue? The answer is one of the most misunderstood rules in international aviation: duty-free liquids and security seals. When travelers buy liquids such as alcohol, perfume, or cosmetics after passing airport security, the items are often placed inside a special tamper-evident security bag. This bag is not just normal packaging. It serves as proof. It shows security officials that the item was purchased from an approved airport retailer after screening and that the container has not been opened or replaced. The problem begins when travelers assume the bag no longer matters after leaving the store. Many people make the same mistake. They open the bag to look at the bottle, they remove the receipt, they transfer the item into their luggage. They open the container because they think the purchase is already approved. But international airports do not always see it that way. Once the security seal is broken, officials may no longer be able to verify the history of that liquid. And during international travel, verification is everything. A traveler may purchase a bottle at one airport, but their journey does not end there. Many international routes involve connecting flights through another country. During those connections, passengers may have to go through security screening again. This is where many travelers get caught off guard. A bottle that was completely acceptable at the first airport may become a problem at the next checkpoint if the required security packaging is no longer intact. The reason is simple. Airports around the world operate under strict liquid security rules designed to prevent unauthorized substances from moving through secure areas. Security officers are not only asking where the item came from, they are checking whether the item has remained protected throughout the entire journey. A receipt alone may not be enough. A passenger explaining that they bought the bottle legally may not change the security decision. The issue is not necessarily whether the product itself is illegal. The issue is whether the security process has been followed. For travelers, this creates a frustrating situation. They may feel like they followed the rules because they bought the item inside an airport. But international travel is not controlled by one airport. It involves multiple security checkpoints, different countries, and different regulations. A nonstop flight and a connecting international journey can have completely different risks. A traveler flying directly home may never face another security screening. But someone connecting through another major international airport may have to pass through additional checkpoints where the same item is reviewed under different procedures. This is why experienced travelers treat duty-free purchases differently. They keep the security bag sealed. They keep the receipt attached. They avoid opening the package until they have reached their final destination. They also consider their route before purchasing expensive liquids. Because the biggest mistake is not buying the item. The mistake is forgetting that the journey continues after the purchase. The consequences of ignoring these rules can range from inconvenience to serious disruption. Security officers may confiscate the item. Travelers may miss flights while resolving the issue. Connections can be lost. And passengers entering another country may face additional questions if they fail to follow customs or declaration requirements. Every country has its own rules about bringing alcohol and other goods across its borders. Some have limits on quantities, some require declarations, and some impose strict penalties for failing to report certain items. The safest approach is simple. Before buying duty-free liquids, ask yourself 3 questions. Will I have another security checkpoint before my final destination? Will my duty-free bag remain sealed the entire time? Do I understand the rules of the country where I am arriving? Those few seconds of planning can prevent hours of stress. Because in modern international travel, small mistakes can create major problems. A bottle of premium alcohol may seem like an easy souvenir. A luxury perfume may seem like a harmless purchase. But once you cross international borders, every item you carry becomes part of the security process. The lesson is clear. Duty-free does not mean unlimited freedom. It means the purchase is approved under specific conditions. Break those conditions, and a simple airport purchase can become a travel problem you never expected. Before your next international flight, remember, keep the seal intact. Know your connections. Understand the rules. Because the mistake that ruins your trip may not happen at check-in. It may happen after you already thought everything was safe.